Hello, second graders, it's Mrs. Cluin again, and we're back with the September calendar. We're about to go over some new information, but what I want to tell you is I'm going to be asking a lot of questions throughout this video. And when I ask you a question, what I want you to do is really pause the video, think about it, and write down an answer, and then press play again and come back to see if you got the right answer. So you're going to be pausing and starting up again the video many times during my quick lesson here, okay? So our first card, we said on September 1st, we saw that this was a number rack. You guys guessed that right last time. And hopefully you made some observations regarding our number rack. And my questions were, how many red beads are there on the number rack? And how many white beads are there on the number rack? So you might have to pause it and then go ahead and count them. Okay, hopefully you got that there were 10 red beads and 10 white beads on the number rack. And we all know that 10 plus 10 is 20. That's right. You guys probably learned that in first grade. Now my question is, there are 2 red beads all the way to the left. How many beads altogether are left on the right side of this rack? What equations would you write to figure that out? Pause the video if you need to. I'll write down the equations I came up with to determine that number, and you write down yours too. So here we go. So Mrs. Cluin came up with, I could say that there are 20 beads altogether. I could subtract my 2, and I could come up with the remaining number of beads that are 18. Or I could say, I'm not sure how many beads there are, but I know if I add 2 to that number, I would get 20. And either way, I would solve for the number 18 beads to the right. Okay, considering that, go ahead and pause the video and write down what you think our Wednesday calendar card is. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Ooh. I wonder if anybody guessed that. It's a single penny, 1 penny. So here, this is going to represent the number 2. This is going to represent the number 1. I didn't see that coming. So go ahead, and I want you now to pause the video and try to guess what our third calendar marker is for Thursday, September 3rd. Oh wow, it's something totally different. It's actually a word problem. I'm going to zoom in, but I'm going to read this word problem to you. Talia bought 20 pencils for school. She gave all to her friends. How many pencils did she have left? Okay, so she bought 20, and then she gave them all to her friends. How many did she have left? What equation can you think of to solve that problem? Go ahead and write an equation down and then come back to me. Okay, let's see what you got. So I wrote down that Talia bought 20 pencils, and then she gave all of them, all 20, to her friends. So I subtracted. I said 20 minus 20, and when you have one number and you subtract that same number from it, you always get 0. So my 20 minus 20 is 0, and Talia had 0 pencils left after she gave them all to her friends. Okay, we are going to keep on going. We're going to turn cards over all the way to Saturday. So let's go ahead and guess what you think Saturday is. I know you're probably thinking way outside the box. Ooh. What do you know? It's another number rack. Pause the video and write down your noticings of this number rack. Why don't you compare this number rack for September the 4th to the number rack on September the 1st? What you might have noticed is that for our number rack on September the 4th, there are actually 2 red beads on top and 2 red beads on the bottom, all the way pushed to the right. So that totals 4 beads all the way, I'm sorry, I said right, all the way to the left, silly Mrs. Cluin. And we know that every number rack has 20 beads total. So if we know every number rack has 20 and there were 4 over to the left, how many are remaining on the right side? Go ahead and write down your equation. So the equation I got is 20 minus 4 equals 16. So hopefully you got that too. I know some of you like to solve this by adding, and you might have said our unknown number plus 4 equals 20. And that's another perfectly fine way to solve that problem. Let's go ahead and look at calendar marker for Saturday. Oh, what do you know? It's pennies again, but it looks very different than our penny on Wednesday, September 2nd. Now what do we notice? We notice that on the left, how many pennies are there? There are 2, and on the right side of our line, there are 1. So it looks like there are 3 pennies total. So let's try to think of what type of pattern we have so far. Really look closely at our calendar cards. Do you want to get a closer look? You know what? Because we're here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip Sunday, because I'm wondering if some of you will have figured out what it is. Let's go ahead and zoom out. And what do you guys think Sunday is? Write something down, pause it, and then come back to us. Ooh, who got that it was actually a word problem? Wow, this word problem says Matt has 5 crackers in his lunchbox. He ate some of them and there were 3 left. How many crackers did he eat? Okay, pause it and write down your equation. I'm going to write down mine. For mine, I'm going to write down 5 crackers in his lunchbox. Then they ate or took away a few, and then there were 3 left. So what number would they be subtracting? I could also write 5 minus 3, and I come up with the answer of, that's right, 2. So the 2 crackers were eaten. So hopefully you got that word problem correct as well. So now you're noticing, maybe you're noticing some type of pattern. Number rack, penny, word problem. Number rack, penny, word problem. I wonder what Monday will be. But we're going to pause it now, and we're going to figure that part out later. Thanks for watching our video today. Next, you're going to do a really quick activity in Seesaw. You can find this activity listed on your number corner slide under Thursday, or you can go directly to Seesaw and the activity should be listed. It's actually a pattern activity today. Have fun doing it.